All right, let's talk about a fundamental shift that's happening for creators. We're talking about moving beyond just being a user on someone else's platform, with their weird algorithms and rented audiences, and moving to a place of real, true digital ownership. We're going to break down what it really means to be the architect of your own sovereign digital world. Let's dive in. So, if you're a creator, you know this feeling all too well. You pour your heart and soul into making great content, but at the end of the day, you are totally at the mercy of a platform that you just don't control. Your reach, your data, your connection to your own audience, it's all hidden away inside what we call the black box.
And this slide? Well, it lays out the dilemma perfectly. On one side, you've got the legacy platforms, right? Centralized control, those mysterious algorithms, and the constant risk of being shadow banned for no reason. But on the other side, you have the promise of what people are calling the Web4 era. Power in the hands of the many, totally transparent data, and a community you actually own. It's a massive shift in who's calling the shots.
Now, this isn't just about a cool new feature or another app. This is a whole new philosophy for how the internet should work. This idea of Web4 is all about taking the power away from these giant corporations and putting it right back where it belongs, into the hands of the people actually creating all the value, which is, the users and the creators.
So what does this philosophy actually look like in the real world? Well, it all boils down to one word: ownership. You own your data. You own your content. And maybe most importantly, you own the direct line to your audience. No more middlemen, no more gatekeepers deciding who sees your stuff. This is the absolute core idea.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually make it happen, right? It's not magic. It starts with having the right tools. So let's take a look at a real-world example designed to unlock all this potential: the ATRIUM Creator Dashboard.
I want you to think of this dashboard as the key that finally opens up that black box we were just talking about. And this isn't some clunky third-party tool you have to bolt on. No, it's an entire analytics suite that's woven right into the fabric of your own social network. It gives you the kind of professional, real-time data that, until now, was pretty much only for the big platforms themselves.
And the impact of that is just massive. A tool like this completely transforms a community from just being a place where people hang out into a truly professional content hub. It empowers creators to treat their work like a real business, mainly because, for the first time, they have the data to back it up.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's see how this data actually becomes your superpower. We're going to take a quick tour of the key features that give you, the creator, a level of control and insight that's frankly unprecedented.
So, superpower number one is all about performance. You are no longer just throwing content at the wall and hoping something sticks. You can see right now, in real time, what your audience is clicking, sharing, and talking about. You can even see content heat maps to help you double down on the topics that are really lighting a fire in your community. And instead of having this vague feeling that, think things are going well, you get this: a tangible, visual roadmap of your growth. Seeing numbers like this, week over week, provides incredible motivation, and it turns creators into real stakeholders in their community's success.
Next up, knowing your audience on a completely different level. We're moving beyond just how many followers you have to who they actually are. Where in the world are they? What are they interested in? How long are they sticking around to watch your videos? These are the insights that let you build a real, lasting connection.
And this kind of data is something you can use immediately. Just imagine seeing that almost half your audience is in North America. You could instantly decide to schedule your next live stream for their evening prime time, or create content that really speaks to their culture. That's what data-driven community building actually looks like.
And finally, the superpower that makes this whole thing sustainable: monetization. In this new world, value flows directly from the community to the creator. This dashboard lets you track every single tip, every subscription, and even manage things like token-based rewards, giving you a crystal-clear view of the value you're creating and the value you're earning.
So let's zoom back out for a second. These features, they aren't just cool gadgets. They are the literal building blocks for something so much bigger. When you truly own your data, you're not just posting content anymore. You are strategically architecting your own digital world. What this does is it creates this incredible positive feedback loop. It's a flywheel for a thriving network. It starts with professional tools that attract the best creators. That talent sticks around because they see a clear path to grow. Then, they use the data to make their content even better, so the whole network gets better. All of this builds trust, and it just removes all the guesswork from the equation.
And the key here is that this isn't some plugin you have to fight with. It's designed from the ground up to be seamless. It's built to scale with you whether you have 100 users or 1,000,000. And it's also future-proofed, so it's ready for what's coming next, like AI tools or new decentralized finance models.
And this really brings us to this powerful final thought. With tools that give you real data ownership, you're graduating from being just a site builder. You become an architect. You are designing a digital world that is sustainable, professional, and completely, sovereignly your own.
So, at the end of the day, the tools are here, and the power is shifting. The only question left is the one you see on the screen. What kind of digital world will you build?